All right, today's episode got some good stuff for you, very entertaining. You got to see how Kevin Garnett could not handle the truth as he lost his rabbit-ass mind. Conor McGregor has also lost his mind, and maybe it's time for us to lose our fandom of him. He's kind of really becoming a just criminal douchebag. Golf has had all sorts of nonsense. Life comes at you quick. This show will go by quick if you tune in right now. Do it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Tricky Guy Sports Podcast. It's your host, Brent Bilski, a.k.a. Double B. What is going on today? Well, we have a little bit of a theme, which is always nice. Today's theme is something you will learn that is true. Life is what happens while you're busy making plans. I want you to write that one down. Life is what happens while you're busy making plans. Basically saying, like, you'll have everything, you'll have it all planned out. I'm going to go there. I'm going to do this. Everything's going to be great. Oh, yeah! And you'll find out as you try to have those plans work out, life will kick you in the ass and everything will go the complete opposite direction. Oh, no. It's just the way things go. It's just the way things are. As not just PGA Tour golf found out, as we had Conor McGregor and the Miami Heat find out, we also had Kevin Garnett find out. And we'll go ahead and start off with that one as we will just roll along. I got a bunch of good stuff here to bring to you today. Not going to talk much about the NBA Finals because as of this recording, when this is released, the Denver Nuggets could and should be your official NBA champions, which is always nice there. I just don't see there's any way that... Oh, good for you! I don't see any way that the Denver Nuggets are going to be able to go ahead and not pull this off in 5 at home in Denver. It seems like it's pretty much a lock. I tried to tell you from the beginning, Denver's got this thing going. But, there's been a lot of things because it is the NBA Finals that has caused a lot of interest. And like I said, life is what happens while you're busy making plans. As Kevin Garnett found out the hard way trying to do a live stream for Showtime, he wanted the truth. Couldn't handle it.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
All right, let me set the scene here. So this was Game 4. There was a live stream that was going to be done for Showtime, and this is forever too more of my proof that a lot of times just because somebody played the sport doesn't necessarily make them a great analyst or be able to accept all the responsibilities. It's kind of like I said before, like, you know, just because you have a vagina doesn't make you a gynecologist. You know what I mean? Just because you have something or you have experience with something doesn't necessarily make you an expert.
I love my vagina.
I'm just saying. So, Game 4, NBA Finals, this is still maybe a series. It's in Miami. It's their kind of last stand here. And so why not go ahead and get some former champions like Kevin Garnett and his buddy and the truth, Paul Pierce, to go ahead and discuss and watch it react with the fans. Isn't that a great idea? Not if you can't handle the truth.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
You guys have to... Oh, my God. So, Paul Pierce, in case you don't remember, formerly known as The Truth, a champion for the Celtics in 2008. He was quite a character on and off the court, had some issues, unfortunately got stabbed in the face 9 times during a robbery. He said he hurt his knee during the finals, and he had to get ramped out on a wheelchair. Then years later admitted, yeah, I was just faking that, but I didn't poop my pants. Some people said I pooped my pants when I was in the wheelchair. I didn't poop my pants because if I pooped my pants, why would I be sitting in the seat? He's a character, all right? Paul Pierce is a character, and he was fired when he was an analyst for ESPN a few years back because he decided to go ahead and do an Instagram live stream on one of his days off, as a lot of people have joked. Literally is the Friday. You know, he got fired on his day off.
How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off?
Well, I know. You go ahead and you bring on yourself smoking weed on an Instagram live. You go ahead and bring yourself around a bunch of, interesting ladies.
Hooker, prostitute, slut for money.
Possibly just strippers. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be out of turn. But, one more time. So in case you missed all this, because this was hilarious. So Kevin Garnett is trying to do this live stream for Showtime's network, the basketball YouTube channel. This is supposed to be for Game 4. And he wants to bring on his buddy Paul. Paul, who has also already been fired once upon a time for screwing around on live streams on an Instagram live the last time, but bringing on, strippers and weed,
Hooker, prostitute, slut for
getting
money.
high as a kite, having girls dancing in the background. ESPN, famously let him go for that, said, look, even though weed is legal and we know you love it,
I love weed, okay? I love it.
it's just not a good look for us. We're a Disney Channel. We're going to go ahead and let the truth go. So the truth goes back and does it again. This was just this last week. He's on Showtime, and he's just going ham. So, to start things off, the most famous one, he brought in, once again, I'm going to keep hitting this sounder until my finger goes blue.
Hooker, prostitute, slut for money.
Or at least an escort. So they're trying to do this live stream. They're supposed to be talking about the NBA Finals. Paul comes in either high or drunk or whatever. He's off his rocker. He's just having a grand old time. And KG is trying his best to keep this thing together. And it's just impossible because Paul's lost his mind and he's just not all there. So we'll start off. There's so much here to get into. You have to see all this. But let's start off with just him bringing and telling Kevin about the nice lady he had with him. Check this out.
Throw a wall in here and turn it up, you know what I'm saying?
Kevin.
Hey, how you doing?
Camille,
nice to meet you. That's Formula One everywhere, ain't it? Formula One everywhere.
This is my girlfriend for the day. They got a website that you can hire girlfriends for the day.
Stop, man.
And so I got a girlfriend.
Stop, man. Stop.
You can hire girlfriends for the
Stop,
day.
man.
I went on the website and I hired a
Look right
girlfriend
here.
for the day.
Look, Collins. There go Collins. Look at D Wade at the game.
When Kevin Garnett is the one who's trying to tell you to chill, that's when you know you might be just a little bit out of pocket there. When Kevin Garnett is the one being like, all right, dude, we need to emotionally take it down and just, get focused here, he could not handle the truth.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And for good reason. So he starts off introducing Camille, his girlfriend for the day. Wink, wink, wink. And I think we kind of know what went down there. There's a website, Kevin. Kevin, there's a website. You can get these girlfriends for a day. It's great. We hold hands. We go to Bible study.
Hooker, prostitute, slut for money.
It is what it is. And so that was just the beginning of his nonsense. I have more of it. This went on the whole game. But there was highlight or low light, depending on how you want to call it, packages about all this. Just absolutely awesome. Here's more of Paul and poor Kevin trying his best to hold it together during the Showtime YouTube channel live stream.
I bet. I got $2,000 on the table tonight at Full Strip.
They're gonna come back and win
Oh,
tonight.
man.
Only tonight.
Girls collection.
Girls collection. These dumb motherfuckers.
Just want to remind everybody on the live stream with Showtime Basketball. KC certified. We in the building. It does not look.
Motherfuckers
It
don't
does
even know
not
it's
look
not even
good.
open tonight.
It does not look good for the Miami Heat. Man,
I got a free bet.
that on the Heat, it does not look good tonight. Man, it does not look good. I don't know. I know we keep talking about the four quarters and all this. I don't know. How much we gonna hang our hat on that?
Paul smoking a giant-ass cigar there. Yeah, it also does not look good for Paul to maybe resurrect his career as an analyst for ESPN or any other networks. Smoking a cigar there, but clearly, either had a few drinks or maybe had a few trees.
I love weed, okay? I love it.
He was doing something. So poor Kevin's trying his best to hold it together. Paul's talking about he's gambling money here. He's smoking. He's introducing girlfriends. He's not even close to done. And here we go. We'll just keep on rolling with these.
He's burnt. No, we're working. We're working. We're not popping. We're working.
We're popping.
We're on the live stream.
Once you understand the difference between
No.
popping and popping,
No.
We're
no,
popping.
No. We're live streaming.
nah, you sure.
Right. This AP after dark.
Where you show me the live stream?
It's right here. Look. Move, Jelani.
Well, show me.
It's right here. Look right here.
Show
This
me the likes and the comments and all that on that.
Yeah, give us some questions. Let's take
Show
some
me.
questions. You want some fan questions? You want some fans questions?
Show me now. It should be live.
You want
Show
some
me
fans?
now.
You want some fan questions?
Yeah, give me some fans
Fan
questions.
questions. What's the fans question?
So this live right now. What y'all
Right.
asking? Oh, this is it. Yeah.
So this is a little better explanation here. So apparently Paul thought that they were just doing a live stream. It just dawned on his drunk high ass that, oh, y'all are filming all of this.
I ain't got a good brain.
It didn't really change his behavior, but it is hilarious. And also, yeah, anyone wearing sunglasses indoors, be wary of that. Just be wary. Even Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson's probably high off his ass 90% of the time, allegedly. But yeah, Paul, coming in with sunglasses on, smoking the cigar. Apparently, I don't know how long this is into the game, has finally realized, yeah, dude, they've been recording all of this. It's not just on your phone. This is live. It's the internet, and it lasts forever. He keeps rolling. He keeps rocking and rolling here. More Paul.
Certain guys gonna get off.
Reservation somewhere after this?
In certain
Carbone?
in certain matchups,
Carbone after
certain
this?
guys gonna get off like
Hey,
that.
Lord, you hear me? Carbone after this? Carbone in the whole
Yes, Lord.
All right.
Being sober, I have some drunk friends, and yeah, it's taxing because you love these people, but when the more inebriated they do get, it is starting to get like your patience starts to run out a little with just the constant like, hey, we gonna go to Carbone? We're gonna go to Carbone. Let's go to Carbone. I want to go to Kevin's just tuned out, got the horse blinders on, trying his best to keep it rolling, but no, Paul's just like, are we going to Carbone?
Certain guys gonna get off.
Reservation
In
somewhere
certain,
after this?
in certain
Carbone?
in certain matchups,
Carbone after
certain
this?
guys gonna get off like
Hey,
that.
Lord, you hear me? Carbone after this? Carbone in the whole
Yes, Lord.
Like, yes, dude. Damn. Carbone, I heard you the first 817 times. Carbone, we're going to Carbone. Mother effort, Jesus Christ. Butler for 3. This is supposed to be a broadcast for basketball. And, one more, because it was just an ish show the entire time. It was more entertaining than the game. I'll give them that. Hey, I'll watch this because, hell, this game, if and when I come back, there might be another game or two. It doesn't matter. Denver's going to win this thing outright, barring an injury. The only thing that's going to save them, if I'm the Miami Heat, I'm going for Jamal Murray or Nikola Jokic's knees. It's a horrible dick move, but it's kind of the only, recourse they have left at this point as they are just outgunned. This is far more entertaining to watch poor Kevin try to be the professional here as Paul is like, I used to work at ESPN. Carbone. We can talk about it at Carbone. We're going to Carbone. Just... Last one, and I got other disasters. Like I said, life comes at you while you're busy making plans. Kevin had a plan. We're going to go ahead and we're going to have a good show here. We're going to talk about the finals, share a championship experience. No, you're not. You're going to deal with Paul being high and drunk off his ass.
Come on, Cal.
Give me a lighter. Yeah, mother. Yeah, nigga. Who do you think you talking to? Hey, my boy, don't make me smack you.
Relax, man. Relax, man. Relax.
I'm saying, though, who throw it at me?
It came from here. Relax.
All right, no.
Watch the game, Lord. Get on the game. Get on the game, Joe. Get on the game, Pete.
You good?
You good.
I didn't know who it came from.
76-62, man.
It felt like it came from over here.
Nah, the
smacking
Heat
in
is in
face,
trouble.
my boy.
Care what it felt like. The Heat is in trouble right now.
My boy, listen.
The Heat is in trouble. The PA, whoever that was that threw Paul Pierce, the Lighter's in trouble. Showtime's YouTube channel's in trouble. The Denver Nuggets, or the Miami Heat, are definitely in trouble. We're all in trouble if you get drunk, high Paul Pierce in a room trying to analyze basketball with poor Kevin Garnett, who just cannot handle the truth.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Like I said, man, life comes at you fast when you're busy making plans. Life is what comes at you while you're making plans. So that was fun. That was interesting. It'll be a lot more interesting than whatever happens in Game 5, and we shall see when I come back if there's anything to even discuss there. I doubt it. I'd much rather find more of this. I sincerely hope they just, feed Paul all the weed and booze and hookers and girlfriends for the day they can find and just see what goes down.
I love weed, okay? I love it.
Speaking of lovable, fun, yet maybe giant idiots who can't seem to get out of their own way. And this one, it sucks for me to say this because this was kind of sweet or cute, or not really cute because someone got hurt. But I got to talk about someone who I've been a big fan of, and I have to be maybe a little more, unbiased, maybe a little less... more objective, maybe, in my analyzation, because this was another disaster that happened during Game 4 of the NBA Finals, besides the Miami Heat trying to score any baskets in the second half. The mascot got his ass kicked by Conor McGregor. Good old Conor McGregor. I love Conor. I love Conor McGregor. He's one of my favorite UFC fighters, although the more I think about it, I might have to go ahead and let that go. I'll explain that in a little bit, but let's just start off with the fun part. So it's Game 4 of the NBA Finals, and mascots are always fun. You know, they're always interesting. They come out and do their thing. So Conor was supposed to do a bit with the mascot, and his name is Bernie. Get it? Miami Heat. And they called him Bernie. Because he's burning, because he's on fire.
All right, you got me. That's an awesome nickname.
Very, very cute. Well, what wasn't cute, so it was during the little halftime or one of the commercial interventions, you know, the time's up and they're trying to entertain the fans. And so Bernie and Conor had this pre-planned skit to promote his he has some pain relief spray, and they thought, hey, let's have a little fake altercation in the middle of the court. It'll be fun for the fans. It'll help you promote your pain thing or your pain spray thing. Everything's going to go great, right? No. Because Conor is a crazy Irishman who might be hopped up on God knows what and is out of his mind as well, decided to really two-piece Bernie the mascot and sent him to the emergency room. I am not joking about any of this. They were supposed to do this fake skit where it's all supposed to be a bunch of fun, and Bernie caught the real heat of a two-piece from the notorious Conor McGregor and actually got himself very, very hurt by this. Of course I have the video. Of course I'm about to bring it to you right now. I actually have it in two angles. So without further ado, here's Bernie getting his ass kicked in real life, and it was supposed to be fake, by my man Conor. This was just absolutely hysterical. So here we go. First name. Bang! So yeah, in case you missed, so Conor at the end was spraying the spray there to go ahead and make the point of like, ha ha ha, now you got your pain relief spray. Now you got a little pain relief after I gave you the fake little 1-2, you little stupid Bernie bird. Go ahead and take that and go back to wherever you came from, laddie. I got to show you the second angle because, once again, this was legit. And I get it, too, if I'm Conor, because it's a big, stupid, looks like a cushioned head thing. Unfortunately, apparently the whiplash, I don't think they have a lot of neck protection there because the dude went to the emergency room. The guy who plays it, we don't have his actual name. We just have his nickname. Actually had to go get pain medication. He's okay now. Like, he's all right, but he got done messed up. He got done knocked out because UFC guys, boxers and all them, this is why that argument about, oh, I could take a punch from this guy or that guy. No, you can't. People that know how to professionally punch and are good at it will put your lights out. Even with a giant cushiony thing in front of you, will still knock you on your ass. So second angle, you got to check this one out. Conor knocking out Bernie. And you can see the connection. This is legit. Like, it connects. It's not like a WWE punch at all. We're laughing. We're having a good time. Oh, would you like some spray? Take that. Bang. It's right there. It's the second part when he's on the ground. Bang. Mercy, mercy me. You ain't lying. Boom. Boom. I'm just going to live in this for a while. Boom. Last time. If you're listening on Spotify, please go to our YouTube page, Tricky Guy Sports, and you'll be able to see that over and over again in instant replay as Conor actually put this poor little burning bastard in the hospital because he's the notorious one. Very cute, very funny. It's at least funny because everyone's okay. However, Conor is, the reason he's up there right now, he's promoting, again, one of his many things he's sponsored now. He is hosting the latest Ultimate Fighter Championship, the reality show they do, which is always quite entertaining. It's season now 31 of The Ultimate Fighter. I remember watching the original. It's a very cool kind of American Idol of UFC, but more behind the scenes. It's somewhere between, if you put UFC fighting and you mixed it with like American Idol, The Bachelor, and The Real World is where this show lives. It's very entertaining, very, very good to watch. And usually now what they do is they'll promote an upcoming fight, and they'll have the two guys as coaches to promote their fight. So they're getting into it. You got the guys, all the UFC guys getting into it. This one has prospects versus veterans, and everyone's fighting in the house. They're fighting in the ring. Apparently they're fighting at the Miami Heat game, and they're able to talk about it, which is unusual.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
It's a very entertaining show, and Conor McGregor, there's no one more entertaining than Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor has been, without a doubt, not just one of my favorites, but I think all-time UFC favorites, right? I mean, there's really no way to say that Conor McGregor is not at the top. When you look at the fact that he was, and still has 4 of the top 5 all-time UFC pay-per-view buys. He still is record-setting in his fights. He is 4 of the top 5 now for all of the, think of how long UFC's been around, the most paid fights and the highest viewed fights. 4 of those 5 are Conor. He is the only one to ever hold at the same time, have 2 consecutive championship belts at 2 different weight classes. So he has that record as well. He was the first one ever to hold a championship belt at 2 weight classes at the same time. He was Forbes' 2021 highest paid athlete in 2021 because he draws so much attention, because he is so entertaining, and was able to get $180 million in that year. And also still holds the fastest championship KO. And I remember watching that live when he knocked out Jose Aldo, who hadn't lost in like 10 years. Conor McGregor knocked his ass out with one right hand in 13 seconds. It was phenomenal. It was entertaining. He talks ish before. He talks ish after. Him and Floyd Mayweather was one of the highest rated pay-per-views of all time. He continues to bring attention. I guarantee the ratings for the season, the new season of the Ultimate Fighter reality show is probably going to be the highest rated it's been in a long, long time. Conor equals ratings. He equals attention. He equals entertainment. He just has all of that, and I get it. And I love watching him. I mean, besides the fact, and there is, and before someone starts screaming it, I do have to wonder a little bit when you look at the fact that he still has all the attention, that he has all the highest ratings. And yes, he is one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Because I'm white. Because he's white. Because he is white. Look at him, man.
You can't argue with that. You look at a lot of times when white superstars do well in sports that ratings usually go higher.
It's all right, because it's all white.
Which is what it is. But, in the end, and this was kind of a cute thing with him knocking out Bernie, I got to be introspective. I got to look at, maybe, is there that connection there? I got to look at, am I being biased and not realistic? Conor McGregor, dude, it's a lot, man. It's starting to be a lot with Conor McGregor. It really is. While this was funny with him knocking out the Heat mascot, while it is always entertaining when he's on television, it might be time to, someone was asking me about Conor, and I was like, yeah, he's had some things here, but I really like him. He reminds me of like an Irish Bruce Lee mixed with Muhammad Ali, this very entertaining guy, and I'm a big fan of him. And someone was like, well, does he have any issues off the UFC octagon? I'm like, well, a little bit here, a little bit there. He can be kind of a douchebag. Called Floyd Mayweather a boy a couple times, which was horrible.
Douchebag says what?
Had some issues here or there. But overall, not too crazy. I don't know, man. Conor McGregor has gotten himself... Do you really know all the trouble that Conor McGregor's gotten himself into? It's a lot. It's a lot.
Let me enlighten you about your new friend here. about what he's really like.
I'll get back to the fun and just how life comes at you when you're busy making plans, and a golf thing that's actually very entertaining. But somebody, again, made me think about it. I looked up all the stuff. Dude, Conor McGregor is a violent, psycho, narcissistic kind of a-hole who's gotten a lot of money, and I think the fame changed him, to be honest. I honestly do think that plays into it. You know, money doesn't change people, it unmasks them. And I think when Conor got his money, when Conor got his fame, before he was the, you know, crap-talking, hungry, cool underdog UFC fighter who people didn't think could beat Aldo, couldn't beat others, couldn't come back against Diaz. You know, he still was on his way up. But once he got up there, like they say, money doesn't change people, it unmasks them. And once he really, you know, got into this kind of character, like not just fun, but that I'm going to be, you know, the notorious one. I'm going to be Conor. I'm not just Conor McGregor anymore. I'm the notorious Conor McGregor. Dude, his rap sheet is long, man. His rap sheet is long. It is absolutely so. In case you haven't remembered everything, I'll give you just a quick synopsis of all the stupid crap Conor has done over the years. And you ask yourself, you know, should you really still root for this guy when you consider, you know, and myself included, you know, I put that energy out on John Morant, and I'm like, dude, you keep getting in trouble. At some point, I got to let you go. Deshaun Watson, I was a huge fan. It's like, dude, you've been accused of something 40-something times. You probably went ahead and did that. You know what I mean? Like, if you keep giving me repeated Cosby-like ability to keep getting accused or keep getting yourself in the news for bad stuff, at some point I gotta admit, maybe you are a violent, maybe you are a criminal, maybe you are someone that I really shouldn't support. A lot of stuff with Conor.
And I read.
So in 2017, he had, let's just start with some light ones. 2017, he got his license suspended for 6 months for speeding recklessly. In March 22nd, 2022, he was also charged with 6 driving offenses, including dangerous driving, being uninsured, having no license, where his car was seized. So that's just the start of it. Conor McGregor is also, remember, Bellator 187 2017, had himself get banned for a while, was suspended for 6 months because during the fight, and got the fight canceled, he decided to jump the cage and start punching, who was it, Redmond, and knocked him down while he was down already in a post-fight melee a la poor Bernie the mascot, and got himself in big trouble for that. There was, of course, in April 2018, the bus attack with Khabib Nurmagomedov, the Russian bear wrestling all-time maybe greatest fighter. And remember, Conor's camp and Khabib's camp had a bunch of beef, and so they get into it during a UFC, some sort of, it was like a media day or something. Conor gets pissed. He takes a metal dolly, goes up, he throws it against the goddamn bus, breaks the window. The window then shatters, and the shards from the broken window actually take and hit one of the fighters in the eye, caused him some major damage. And he was also charged, by the way, at that point with, what did he get? Reckless endangerment, and was able to plead no contest and get community service and anger management. Then there was UFC 229, and this was in 2018, again with Khabib's camp, when Khabib jumped out of the cage. Now, this time Khabib jumped out of the cage post-fight and went to go after Conor McGregor, but there still was a bunch of incidents that gave them both a 6-month suspension. Then there's now the sexual assaults, and this isn't funny, and maybe I should, you know, be a little more serious here. In March 2019, he was under investigation, Conor McGregor, by Irish police for allegations of sexual assault of a woman in a Dublin hotel in 2018 in December. A second allegation of sexual assault was reported on 2019 as well. In 2021, prosecutors declined to prosecute and instead went to a civil claim. Then there was the Florida robbery arrest in March 2019. I mean, dude, this is like, my tongue is getting exhausted. I mean, this guy was in March 2019 arrested outside a hotel in Miami Beach after he attacked a fan taking a picture with a cell phone. He took the cell phone, smashed on the ground with his feet. He was arrested and charged with strong-arm robbery, criminal mischief, also faced a civil lawsuit that was eventually dropped when the person filing the lawsuit said that he, quote, made him whole, which basically means that he paid him off. Then there was, of course, the time he punched the old man in 2019 in Dublin and got another assault charge. This was August 2019. TMZ Sports posted that video. Remember, he went up to some old guy at a bar and offered him a shot. Conor has his own whiskey now called Proper 12, and he said to the old man, "Would you like a shot of my whiskey?" Apparently, the old man was either sober like me or just wasn't in the mood, said no. Conor felt that was appropriate time to go ahead and deck him. This was on live video as well. Punches this poor old man in the face, and they then found out at that point, Irish police stated they had opened an investigation and charged him with assault. But when he went to court, they realized that from 2009 to 2018, Conor McGregor had 18 prior convictions. From 2009 to 2018, 18 prior convictions. ODB from the Wu-Tang Clan is jealous of that record. Jesus H. Christ, Conor. And not to mention, I forgot, in 2020, he was arrested in Corsica on suspicion of attempted sexual assault and indecent exposure at a bar, where he was then held in custody for 2 days and then was released without charge. And months later, French authorities had to drop the investigation due to insufficient evidence. Then there was also the time that he was in an altercation with Machine Gun Kelly in 2021 at the Video Music Awards at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, where he attempted to throw a punch at MGK, which I think we all would have liked to see land, but still technically is an assault, and at least an attempted assault, although no charges were filed. But, I'm still not done. And on October 17, 2021, this was against a man named Francesco Facchinetti, an Italian musician, at a nightclub in Rome. Actually broke the man's nose, and there were charges filed against that one. And I am still not done. In 2023, just recently, Conor McGregor was accused of assaulting a 42-year-old woman on a yacht in Ibiza during a birthday party. This was back in July 22nd, 2022, where the woman claims that Conor not just berated her, but made her jump off the yacht because he was not happy with her. He's like, "It's my party, and I can cry if I want to, and you can go ahead and swim your happy ass if you want to." According to her accusations, allegedly, Conor then asked her to jump off the yacht like he was a god dang pirate, and he had her walk the plank. She broke her nose, filed all sorts of charges there as well. I'm just fine. Oh my God. That's a lot. Like, that's Deshaun Watson level. That is Bill Cosby level. That is John Morant in the last year level. That is the level of, at what point do I, unfortunately, not be able to give you the benefit of the doubt anymore, man? That was exhausting. That took a lot of mental, that took a lot to go ahead and get through all. That was a lot, man. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Fights in UFC, maybe are one thing. Driving offenses are maybe one thing. But, I mean, Jesus Christ, when you're punching old men, you're throwing women off your yacht. This is all, of course, allegedly. Multiple sexual assaults, a Florida robbery arrest. There was, again, the Dublin pub assault. There was some poor guy named Francesco, a musician in Rome, where he broke his nose in front of witnesses. There's him trying to punch Machine Gun Kelly. And, I mean, it just... Like, I want to root, I want to watch, but I mean, I might even have to at some point have some accountability, and I think maybe as a whole, as a fan base, do we continue? And he's not even really winning fights anymore. Last time we saw him was in against Poirier, and the dude snapped his leg. I just don't think he's the same guy anymore. Again, I think money doesn't change people. It unmasked them. And I think ever since Conor's got his money and Conor got his fame, it's gotten to his head, and he's just pure ego and goofball, insecurity, fake swagger, but is tough enough, but still doesn't know how to handle it. Young Mike Tyson. Mike was, very famously in kind of this same camp of he got this bigger than life, persona, and you feel like you have to live up to it. Next thing you know, everywhere you go, everyone's looking at you, everyone's testing you. You got to prove that you're the one Conor, and that you'll kick anyone's ass, and you'll throw women off boats, and you'll punch old men, and you'll wiggle it around at the bar, and you'll punch some men named Francesco and MGK and anyone else who comes in your way. But maybe you should go to jail, and maybe we should stop watching you. Maybe you should stop being such an asswipe. Maybe you should stop being such an a-hole, Conor McGregor. Jesus, dude. Jesus. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Don't know if I can root for him anymore. I can try to root for golf. I don't know if I care, but I can try. This was actually fascinating. So this is a whole nother, we're going to completely segue off now into another segment. So another thing of how life comes at you while you're busy making plans. So there's a lot been happening in golf lately, in case you missed all of it. And maybe you're like me and you really don't really give a crap. But there was the big merger where the PGA Tour mixed with Live, and they have now merged, but they haven't merged, but they kind of merged, and it's kind of a big deal that they merged, even though no one knows what the official details are. So Live was this new offshoot, kind of picture the ABA for the NBA or XFL for the NFL. It was an offshoot league that came out because a lot of PGA players were unhappy and felt they had a monopoly. So this Saudi-backed group, which was already starting its own controversy, the fact that it's Saudi-backed and has a lot of the money from there, was able to come up with a more friendly system, and they called it the Live, which is like the Roman numeral for 54, and that's where that name comes from. But they were throwing guys a more tour and player-friendly style in their group and started recruiting a lot of guys out of there, giving them a ton more money. That's a big one. There was no cuts, which is a big deal. You get to play through the whole weekend as a player. There's no such thing as cuts in Live Tour. They do 3 days, I believe, instead of 4 days. It's just easier, and so it was recruiting a lot of guys. So they merged with the PGA Tour, and that was actually a big deal if you give a damn about golf. If you actually care about golf, you're into it and you had an opinion. Everyone else is like, well, that's cute.
Oh, good for you.
You know what I mean? I don't really know why you guys are so upset.
Well, then everyone loses their minds.
So that's been going on. But when I'm talking about how life comes at you fast, and especially when you're making plans, and this is the golf story I want to bring you, I got to bring you what happened out in Canada. Because sometimes Canada happens and there's not much you can do about it. So Nick Taylor, in case you missed it, Nick Taylor was the first Canadian champion at the RBC Canadian Open in over 7 decades. In almost 7 decades, they've had a Canadian Open where no Canadian has won. Nick Taylor wins the Canadian Open as a Canadian. Everyone was all excited, including the announcers, because it was an exciting, unbelievable match as far as it went to a whole playoff, and Nick Taylor had to become Canada's first champion for Canada at Canada's Open in almost 7 decades. During a playoff, he had to make a 72-foot putt, which, in case you don't realize, is the equivalent of like a half-court in Game 7 shot to win an NBA Finals. It was bananas. Even the guy doing the play-by-play for it went bananas, and rightfully so.
Swing of the putter. Comes up with some speed, now up the rise. For the eagle, for the win, to the cup, to the cup! Yes! 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 The drought is over! The drought is over! Nick Taylor with the eagle, the 2023 RBC Canadian Open champion! History! History! 2-year exemption! He's an icon now in this country!
He's a Canadian icon. He hit the 72-foot putt. Everyone's going nuts. We're all excited. Jesse Spano, give me some speed pills, baby. Nick Taylor did it. Nick Taylor did it, and maybe you should be scared of Canadian security. So while all this great happiness is going on, you got the announcers going nuts, you got Canada going nuts, everyone's having a good old time. Adam Hadwin, another golfer, is running over, and he's trying to go ahead and congratulate Nick Taylor with a champagne bath. It's a huge deal, right? 72-foot putt. It's in a playoff. 7 decades. We haven't had a Canadian champion. You're the first Canadian champion we've had in Canada in a long time. History's being made. He's a legend doing all this. And then Adam Hadwin, fellow golfer, tries to congratulate him and gets his ass whooped by a security guard who apparently thought he was some just crazy fan. And this ended up being, like I said, everyone's celebrating, everyone's having a good time until a security guard doesn't recognize who you are in Adam Hadwin and tackles your goofy ass on the 18th hole. Look at this nonsense. Yeah, take that. Yeah, good for you, buddy. I know him. Wait, I know him, sir. Not quite Goldberg spear, not quite, Lawrence Taylor coming off the edge or anything, but still not a bad tackle. So, yeah, look, they're hugging. You can see this is the moment where the Canadian guy was screaming he's a legend and doing all that. You had the caddy, there, Canadians talking about how great and what that's all about. And how about that Nick Taylor, eh? How about that Nick Taylor, eh? Adam Hadwin comes in to give him some champagne and instead catches an ass whipping. Doink. See it again. Doink. One more time. Sit down. Oh, you like champagne? How about just pain, bitch? How about I just bring the pain on you? Stick that bottle right up your Canadian arse there. Show you what that's all about. Canada, man. Ruining golf. Ruining Adam Hadwin's day. Ruining Nick Taylor's moment because most people aren't talking about it. That was a 72-foot putt. It was a 72-foot putt. That was actually very impressive. That was huge. 7 decades. Haven't had a champion. Big deals going on in golf. You got PGA and LIV merging together. We don't really know what it means, but they're merging, but they're not merging. Got Canadian champions. We got celebrations. And thanks to Canada, all we want to talk about is the security guard kicking poor Adam's ass. That's the thing that's gone viral, not the putt, not the championship. Canada. Can't trust them.
They're not even a real country anyway.
Life comes at you while you're busy making plans. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I won't even do the video thing because, let's face it, I've been doing a lot of that today. So hopefully if you've been listening, you've been having a good time, riding along with us. Always go to our YouTube page in case you need a visual to help, see all the kind of fun we're having here. Google or search in YouTube, Tricky Guy Sports, and you'll be able to ride along with us and subscribe, do all the stuff I'm supposed to beg you to do. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You like watching the videos, right? You like enjoying, you like hearing me talk the sports, baby. Go ahead and like my videos. I'll do anything. But you know what I'm saying. So, you know what? Why not? Video time.
You seen it? You seen it? Don't look at me. Don't look at me, little puppet.
Have you seen this? Have you read about this?
I'll continue along with our theme because why not? It's just working so far. Life is what happens while you're busy making plans. When you're Kevin Garnett, sometimes you have a high Paul Pierce screw up everything up for you. Sometimes when you're a Canadian golf champion, the first one in 6 decades, your buddy tries to help you celebrate, and some security guard tackles his ass and makes that go viral. Sometimes you're Conor McGregor, and you're supposed to do a cute little bit with the Miami Heat mascot, and you two-piece the poor bastard and send him to the emergency room. It can come quick. It can come very, fast, and you got to watch the decisions you make. This is technically diving. I'm going to call this, since it's, a sports show, we're going to call this a diving attempt at a frat party somewhere. This person, if you don't, whoever this was, and while rewatching this video, as this person almost died here. Like, it's funny, but it's not, because if you're ever at a party or whatever, and they do the jump off the roof into the pool thing, I have family members I won't call out who famously did this. It's not as cute. It's not as funny. It's not as almost famous I'm a golden god as you think it is. This person probably should have been in the hospital for a very, very long time, possibly paralyzed, maybe dead. I'm not even joking. So some idiot somewhere at a party decided to go ahead and try to jump off the roof into a pool, and look at how close this person was to really screwing themselves up. Call this diving. There's Olympic diving. There's also asswipe diving. Asswipe Olympic diving. Yeah, let's jump off the roof. It's going to be great. Oh. That's funny, but that's not funny. I think you even hear someone in the background of the camera being like, dude, I told your stupid asses not to do that. Told your dumb asses not to do that. That girl was so close to forever having her life changed. Oh, yeah. Watch that again. Watch that again. Yeah! I'm a golden god. Right. I want to pause it. I want to pause it and put how close her head was. Look at that right here as we go along. She's flying. Look at how close she was to smacking her head. Look at that. Look at that. That's bananas. Look at how close this whole person's life was to changing in one moment because she thought she'd be funny and try to jump off a pool and impress her friends, and hits the, thank God that there's the, awning, whatever you want to call it there, that was able to flip her because she would have gone head first. But look at just right there. Wow. Look at as I put the mouse, I'm even going to do like a John Madden. Hey, here's someone who almost spent the rest of their life in a wheelchair. Let's have some Hooters chicken wings. I mean, look at how close that was to forever life-changing stupidity. Please remember, every little decision, everyone that you can consciously make matters, because that was almost, oh my God. Last time, and I'll move on. Híjole. Híjole, Sue. Maybe I have some more, fun ones here. Oh, this is interesting. As I talked about how life comes at you fast. Sometimes you get pregnant and you're apparently in the middle of, training for the CrossFit Olympics and a fight club at the same time, and you're some woman. I showed her a clip before. She keeps putting herself on Instagram. I don't know her name, and I'm just going to keep showing these. She is clearly like 8-9 months pregnant, and when I say she's getting the bump with her belly, but she's still huge in every way, and she's doing the it seems like, I don't know, man. Do y'all support a woman who's this pregnant going this hard in the weight room? Apparently the baby did come out fine. It's a lot, though. It's a lot to look at. Pregnant lady CrossFit's what I called it. And I think it's more like actual just bodybuilding. Like, check it out. That's not a beer belly. That's a baby in there. Get the baby out of there before you do the pump. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? Why are you doing the tricep? You don't need to do tricep. You need to do Lamaze. You need to breathe. Go, yeah. Get off the bike. You could have had the baby. That went like Irish, didn't it? Baby apparently came out fine. Looks like she ate the damn thing.
Baby, the other white meat. Baby, it's what's for dinner.
Look, I'm not a woman. I do not have the parts that a woman does. I do not know what it's like to hold a child in my belly, and I don't want to insult anyone's lady parts. You know what I'm saying?
I love my vagina.
That doesn't seem like the best idea. She's very pregnant. She's very pregnant. She's just doing the ties, and I got to do the rows and get the kettlebells and do the like. And there's a baby in there, like, bruh, like, can we maybe pause on, the Iron Man competition? Apparently, you're training for until you push me out of your belly. Just a thought. Let's go back to golf. Golf is safe, kinda. Not if you're drunk on a golf cart. And this language is very not safe for work, but some ding-dong on a golf cart somewhere, a lot of y'all have had friends like this, thought he'd be cute. Apparently he was in a bad mood, probably shot, a quadruple bogey on the past hole and has had a few cocktails. Thought he'd try to step off the golf cart a little quick, and that worked out really well for him.
God damn it. What, Joe? God fucking damn it, dude. God damn it. Ow. Why did you jump out of the fucking car? What are you doing, dumbass? Ow.
You know what's funny about this is just his overall negativity and just being kind of a jackass in general. Even his buddies are just like, awesome. Like I said, I sometimes feel the same way if you're a parent who lets your kid just run like it's their living room in the middle of an airport and they trip and fall. I kind of... I'm like, oh, that's too bad. Oh, did the kid catch a little rug burn there? No one really seems to feel that sorry for Joe as he's cussing up a storm and bitching and moaning. Even his own buddies are like, meh, probably deserved.
God damn it! What, Joe? God fucking damn it, dude!
Not happy.
Ow!
Ow!
Why did you jump out of the fucking car? What are you doing, dumbass? Ow! Ow! Why did you jump out of the fucking car? Ow! What are you doing, dumbass? Ow!
Good stuff.
I ain't got a good brain.
Life's what comes to you while you're busy making plans. Sometimes you're trying to go up to the next green, and there are two alligators trying to murder each other. And these are like from the frickin' crustacean period. Someone caught this on video. Two gators having a fight. Obviously in Florida. Of course it's Florida. And, trying to golf. Next thing you know, you got two 17-foot alligators, what it looks like, fighting to the death. Look at this. Just two gigantic alligators or crocodiles or something. Freaking T-Rexes going at it. Jesus Christ. Ow. Yeah, ow.
Where?
Golly, freaking alligator crocodile fight club.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
In the words of Shooter McGavern, how am I supposed to chip with that going on? I'd rather have two bikers having sex in the woods. I mean, geez, that was, all right, that's a lot. What else do I have? Oh, this is more cute. So some guy tries to, maybe he was hanging out with Joe. And had a, instead of just taking his stroke, in golf, you can always take the stroke. In case you didn't know that and you're with your foursome. With your foursome of buddies, always remember, you can always take the stroke. Whoever this guy was decided not to take the stroke. He decided to get on his knees and try to get it out of the hole there because he said, I want to keep my strokes. Didn't work out well for him. Check it out. Get on my knees here. Just got a little bunker shot and going with a pitching wedge. Yeah, let's get a practice swing. You do this shot a lot, obviously. Who doesn't get on their knees and stroke it out? Middle of a golf course somewhere, and he's gone. And he fell.
And it's gone.
I got to have the build up again one more time. I love how much he was just preparing, like, yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm about to get the camera on this one, buddy. Get the camera on this, man. And we're going to tell all the guys back at the country club bar about this, how I got on my knees and stroked this one out of the bunker. How I got it out deep out of there with my wedge, with my club. Pulled it out, man. Put the camera on, buddy. Joe, wiggle your head around and go ahead and get past your concussion. Put the camera on, man. I'm about to get on my knees and do the damn thing. Yeah, so this is about 33 yards. It's going to go slightly to the right. Let's get a practice swing. Yeah, make sure you get the practice swing in, buddy, because that's what's important here. About 87 strokes down, and now he's 89. And now he's probably, even worse than where he was before.
And it's gone.
Comes at you quick. Comes at you quick, and it comes at you when you're trying to make plans. That's life. That's our show for today. See you next time.